Russ, the people are dying for what's in the news. They're tired of Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, and they're ready for Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ultra high definition.
Ultra high definition. A Nightmare on Elm Street 4K box set collection, which has just been given some, TBD, TBC artwork here from the old collection that they had put out on Blue however long ago. But Zavvi UK retailers put this up.
Who called it? Who called it? Who called it? We called it here on this channel.
You heard it here first.
You did. When we saw Rachel Talele talking about doing a 4K scan of Freddy's Dead, and we said, yeah, there's no way in hell that's getting a solo release. Expect the box set soon. And here we are.
We'll never get credit for that, but we did. You heard it here first. And this is listed as a Steelbook Collection of the original 7 Nightmares. So you got the OG in there. You got Freddy's Revenge, Dream Warriors, the Dream Master, the Dream Child, Freddy's Dead, and New Nightmare, all coming in a steel book. And what I'm assuming, I should have grabbed one of mine because I think my Batman collection looks like this. It's one of these jobs. You've seen these before. I'm assuming it's going to have like this metal case that they all slide into. Now 7, that's going to be a big boy. I think they did it with I've seen some big ones like Rambo, Jurassic Park, but 7's a lot. So that's going to be a pretty big case, I can imagine.
Is that why they left off Freddy vs. Jason?
Possibly. They just didn't have enough room in the giant steel box. Price listed $250.
I know.
$250.
This may be a first in 4K Kings history.
Okay.
And guys, anybody out there, Zavvi, you watching? This one's a little too steep for your boy Russ.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Shit, and I love this stuff. I don't know. I want to make this one work.
Do you think they're leading with the steelbooks because they want to try to milk us for everything we're worth?
Probably, and it'll work.
$250,000.
I mean, damn it, I need it. They know what they're doing. I need it, man.
They want the money.
I need my Dream Child 4K Steelbook.
I know, dude.
Give it to me, Zavvi.
So there's a lot of things that could go right for us in this scenario. Obviously, this is a slow rollout. This is going to be the slowest rollout of all time. They're showing December as the date. It's February, for Christ's sake. Originally, the WB leak said September or third quarter. And, Lindsay, the producer, put me on and you onto this idea before where it's let's try to throw something out there a year in advance, see what kind of numbers we get off of it so we can boost our, first quarter earnings and such without really giving any details. We don't have any art ready. We don't have any transfers ready. We don't got shit ready, but we want your money. We want to start collecting that pre-order money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's smart. We're preemptively investing in the market that we're trying to participate in, while at the same time we get confirmation that it is going to happen,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one good thing about how big this price is, and my hesitance to place the pre-order is that, as you said, this is going to be drawn out. I would envision October at the earliest.
Are we and are we going to get a individual steals of all of them out of the collection? Are we going to get a regular box instead of a steel box? This reminds me of Rocky. We talked about this over the phone. I was like, I could see where they do some chintzy ass case with all 7 Nightmares in it, just like that one box we were just looking at. That wasn't very big. They were all on top of each other inside of a Blu-ray case. Mm-hmm. I could see that. I could see them doing something like this, or the Steelbook sort of collection. What I hope they don't do is where they do some shit where it's here's the first 7 Nightmare films, and 2 years later, it's here's 8 Nightmare films in a box now.
Well, they probably will do that with Freddy vs. Jason, or maybe even the Jackie Earl Haley.
That's
remake,
what I mean.
I hope they don't do. Hey, trust me, nobody's crying that's not in there.
There's room to screw us.
The Rocky comparison, though, isn't the only one they released solo was 4, though, correct?
No, they released all the Steelbook solo.
Oh, they did put
all
out
of them solo.
Steelbook?
Yeah,
I wasn't aware of that. I thought they just did 4 as a solo release with that bonus director's cut.
Yep. No.
All right, maybe you're right. Do you think the Nightmare does Rocky? Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to end up doing, but I got to imagine that this won't be like the only thing that Nightmare on Elm Street lives in. I got to imagine they're going to do solo steals, which for me, if it was like the Rocky situation, that would be the best. I wouldn't mind a box set, but I can't spend $250 on it.
Do you think the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise is strong enough to host solo steals or solo individual releases? I'm with you. Dream Warriors, yes. The other ones, do you think there's, I mean, I know collectors, like people watching this channel, you and I, we're day one, but I don't know. Like is there a common person who's going to buy a solo Freddy's Dead Steelbook? Let's
ask. Let's find out. What's everybody else saying out here? Let's pop this open. I'm just curious. All I want is a pack like the Rocky set, says Peter Short. Yeah, I mean, I got to imagine that that's what they are going to do. Is get some kind of all these different variations so they can get as much money as they possibly can. Yeah, I only like Freddy 1, 2, and 3. No way would I pay $250, says Bolo Young. I want solo releases.
Gotta listen to Bolo.
Maybe it's a regular box with all of them in it and solo steals because there's Steelbook collectors out there. But then I guess what's the point of having the full thing? I don't know.
That's true. It's the Steelbook phenomenon as well.
Texas 8, he knows it.
They want the money.
They're going to keep on. They're going to try to. This is if you're going to get milk, this is going to be one to do it with.
See, I don't know. Well, I mean, you could milk it as a series, but just individual. And you're talking to, I'm a huge Nightmare, my favorite horror franchise probably of all time. I am a person who would buy them all solo. I just don't know if they exist. For instance, like the Halloween franchise is pretty strong. Mm-hmm. Have we gotten solos of all of them? Is it like special Steelbook solos of all of them?
No,
that's what I'm saying. And I would argue there are people out there who may like the Halloween sequels more than Nightmare on Elm Street.
So you're saying this is our only chance? I'll tell you this though. For the Steelbook box set, they better use the Steelbook they already made, which has the original art, right? Like that's a no-brainer to me. And if they do that, hopefully that means all of them will have the original art. Make the outer steel case look dumb if you want, but maybe the insides.
I'll admit the Freddy's Dead original art as a Steelbook would look so incable.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? Like, you remember how it was like that red, purple, like black.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be sick.
The temperature so far is some excitement, maybe slightly lukewarm, depending on options, depending on price.
It's too early.
Too early. You're right. It's a year away.
And we just went through the whole thing with the original coming out, which was a stellar release.
Yes.
Yeah, man. We're gonna. It's too early in the game. We got to keep our eye on this, see what new details will emerge, keep everyone updated, and it's best to just keep it in our thoughts and prayers for the time. Think about the families.
That was beautiful.